And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Friday, July 25th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. A good Friday morning to you. The sun is shining. It's hot in the good old summertime. We welcome you and welcome Wilson Bank and Trust this morning. They're here with us each Friday morning at this time. And Daniel Sampson joins us today. Daniel Sampson, Assistant Vice President and Loan Officer. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
Always good to have somebody, and it's always really nice to have you. We've worked together a little bit at the fair, and in fact, I've known members of your family for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've got to know you a little bit better. You were telling me you've got, is it two boys?
I got a boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl.
One and three.
3 and 1.
That's right. That's
this
right.
summer.
That's right.
Okay. Well, anyway, you've had. I don't know how long you've been at the bank. How long?
This is my 10th year, actually.
And you've done well. I think you're happily employed.
Well, I am. Yeah. That's right. I don't like to talk about myself, but yes, the bank's been good to me.
All right. Well, what do you want to talk about this morning?
Well, the bank's always got lots going on. All right. We've got some great deposit deals out there. That's always a hot topic right now. Interest rates are still high, which means, hey, we're paying well, right? But we've got some really good and aggressive loan rates as well. So anything from consumer lending to real estate to commercial.
Well, is there any particular kind of loan that maybe you specialize in or do more than you do of others?
I typically focus on residential construction and any kind of commercial lending, whether that's real estate or small business.
Somebody comes to you, wants to borrow money. How long does it take to get a loan through, get it processed and all?
Oh, that's a good question.
It depends a lot on the situation.
That's right. That's right. I mean, it could be anywhere from 1 hour to, at the worst, big commercial deal. Takes a little bit more underwriting, right? Maybe 45 days. But I think that's pretty expedited in today's world.
But you do all of that.
That's right. Yep.
And it probably made in 10 years, you've got a few special customers.
That's right. Right. Yeah.
Well, interest rates have kind of hovered where they are for a while. And I know if the president had his way, they would be a little lower, maybe a lot lower. The Fed seems to be concerned still about the inflation factor and not getting so political here. It is a political hot button, but I mean, it's something you live with and no doubt pay attention to what the Fed's doing, but I don't think it dictates everything to you.
Certainly. It doesn't. I mean, rates are always going to go up and down, right? But when you look at historically, yes, probably you go back 5 years ago, we were probably spoiled a little bit, right? But that wasn't the norm. I'm sure there's many people listening out there, they remember their first home loan was 10, 11, 12%, right? So it's, rates are significantly less than that. I think we're in a good spot.
Is there much refinancing going on?
Not so much rate driven, right? But in the right scenario, there's still lots of opportunity. We can help people equity out of your property. If it's, you want to put in a pool or making a renovation in addition, there are some cash out refinances for that.
And I think being the lender that you are and at the bank is, there's so many different types of loans, and you try to fit the loan with what is being asked for, what the purpose for the loan, and find what will work best. And I guess there's a lot to know, and that's why you've been learning all these things.
That's right. Well, that's the fun part of lending. You get to meet your people, learn the customer, learn about them, meet their family. And really, a lot of times you become friends, find out their need, and then, hey, let's sit down, let's make a game plan. How do we get to where you want to be? And a lot of times there's a lot of different routes we can take.
Yeah, a number of different lending tools.
Correct.
Say that you can take a look at and figure out which one is best for this situation.
Yep.
That's part of being the lender.
That's the fun part. Yep.
Well, we could, of course, your full service bank. I mean, all kinds of accounts. Not only do you do loans, of course, but checking accounts, savings accounts. I guess if it's done, it's probably done at Wilson Bank.
That's right. Insurance, investing. I mean, we've got options for everything. So we want to be full service. You hit it on the head.
Well, and as far as your location, are you at the main office?
Main office, 623 West Main Street.
All right. Well, you can, if you want to talk alone, go see Daniel Sampson at the main office, or any one of the friendly people at 30-something locations now.
That's right. Yep. Or you can find us at the fair in the next 3 weeks. We'll be all over there.
Yeah, we could talk about the fair for a minute, and it's already been established that you're going to be doing the popsicles.
Yep,
again.
and lemonade.
And lemonade at Fiddler's Grove.
Yep.
Yep, right. That's right there's 2 reasons to come to the fair.
And they're free.
All right. Well, Daniel, it is really nice to have you with us this morning. Again, Assistant Vice President, Loan Officer for Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, still here, still independent, still committed to you. Excellence in banking since 1987. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, 10 minutes after the hour, and it's Friday, and it's time for our Friday Senate report with Senator Mark Pody.
Good morning, Coleman. What a great day. It is hot out there today.
It is, but it's a good old summertime.
Yes.
I love it.
I do too. And Coleman, I got a really serious subject to talk to on today. So, I mean, I don't have a guest, and I've been trying to bring a guest when I come in, but the subject I want to hit, it has a big impact on Wilson County. So this is going to be, I think, one of those really heavy times that we get to talk more on one subject than a variety of subjects.
All right. Well, you're the doctor here,
okay.
so to speak, and we want you to have all the time you want to talk about this subject, and we are definitely unrehearsed because I'm not sure what it is myself, but we are glad to have you with us today. And what do you want to talk about?
All right. So we want to talk about the septic systems in Wilson County and across the state of Tennessee. And I'm going to give a little bit of history on this for a moment. I'm going to actually use an analogy. I'm going to turn around and say, and I'm going to use swimming pools as an analogy. Swimming pools come in all shapes and sizes. You can have above ground, below ground, in ground. You can have the pools with liners built on concrete. There's a lot of things that go into a pool, but most of the times you want to make sure that you got a filter system, you got a pump system, a skimmer system, and it's going to be nothing wrong with the pool as long as it's installed and maintained properly. But sometimes if you go out to see a pool and it's all green, you know that there's a problem. It doesn't mean that the pool was bad, but how it was maintained probably wasn't done correctly. Or if something's wrong, there's a crack in there, maybe it wasn't installed properly, but doesn't make the swimming pool bad or the idea of swimming pools bad. And I want to move that analogy now into our septic systems. I'm going to tell you, most of us here in Tennessee, in fact, all of us, when we flush our toilet, we don't want to think again about what happens, okay? We just know that needs to be taken care of. And when it happens, that everything is going to be, when the water gets back into our systems, into the drinking water, that is going to be safe, clean, and we don't have to worry about how it happened. And here in Wilson County, we got city sewers. If you're in the city, you've got septic systems if you're just an individual homeowner, or you could have a system if you're in a development where everybody in that development puts it into one system and it's kind of managed. And there's a group of homes on that system rather than an individual or into a city. Mm-hmm. Well, back a short time ago, in fact, it was last year, on June 7th, TDEC came out with a report. They went and inspected all of these systems, all these developments that have their own type system. They're not on the city and they're not individuals, and there's hundreds of them across the state. And they came out with a report.
And they went all over the state?
All over the state.
Okay.
And they said of the hundreds that are out there, many of them had serious issues. And a lot of them were here in Wilson County. And I've gotten a lot of calls from people that are on some of these systems, and they call me, they tell me, they say, Senator, we're literally walking, there's water in the yard, or we don't know if it's safe or not safe. So there's a real issue. And then we just heard with something with our own LaGuardo school system that's going to be opening, and that's going on one of these systems, and they said, hey, we don't know if we're going to get the proper permit and so forth. And that's kind of really brought it to light here of what's going on and what we should do at the state to address this. Now, I want to tell you that the school system is going to be opening on time. I talked to Jeff Luttrow, I talked to the school board members, and they've done everything that they need to make sure it's going to be handled. I've actually talked to the mayor of Lebanon, Rick, and Rick said, Mark, we're going to make sure that they can handle it. We're going to help them every way we can. But how it got to this point is something we want to dissect and go into. And we can do that after the break or whatever
Well, let's, it's about maybe a minute early, but let's go ahead and do our break and give you all the time we can to talk about this very important subject.
Okay.
Senator Mark Pody here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. They'll help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota, check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. I'm looking live at a crash here on 24. It's westbound at OHB here in Antioch. It may have some injuries from the looks of it, and it looks like it's going to be out here for a little bit, delaying people coming in right now from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County up through Antioch on 24 westbound at OHB. Again, nasty looking wreck. Give yourself a little extra time as you leave Murfreesboro headed towards Nashville. Hey, Prince's Hot Chicken, new items on the menu this weekend. Check them out at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals on everything you need for your special event. Birthdays, weddings, corporate events, they have you covered. Tables, chairs, tents, linens, dance floor, and so much more. Visit their new showroom in Lebanon at 713 East Main Street in the old Ferguson's building. Find them every day at fiestas.com or on Facebook. Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals that can transform your vision into a beautiful reality. Mention this ad to receive 10% off.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is in a new location, 1746 West Main in Lebanon, across from Sports Village. Gregory Dental Group offers cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs.
No insurance? No problem. Call about the discount plan. Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322.
We continue here on this Friday morning. Senator Mark Pody is here. Let's pick up where we left off.
All right, so Coleman, we had talked a little bit about like a swimming pool. Okay, if I go out to do in a pool and I see my pump just pumping water and there's junk all over the pool, and something I know is going wrong, the first thing I got to do is shut off that pump before I start treating the water to fix it and so forth. So knowing that we've got a problem here, okay, the first thing I got to do is fix the problem. And what's going to happen is we know new developments are going in. We're not going to stop the growth here in Tennessee or Wilson County. So I got to make sure that if we have new developments going in and these systems are there that have failed in the past, I want to make sure that TDEC is the only group that's going to be doing my final approval on here. I've had scientists that say, hey, this is a good system, this is a bad system, or whatever. The scientists just keep giving us conflicting information. And I'm not going to try and be the one that's going to sort out which information is correct. TDEC is supposed to be protecting our state, that we have clean environment, it's fresh water, and it's good air, and we want to make sure that they're going to be held responsible to do this. So I want TDEC to have the final say of what's going to be approved and what's not. Then I want that if a system's approved by TDEC, I want their local authority, whoever that is, whether it's going to be the county commission, the utilities, somebody is going to be able to say if a developer's coming in to put a system in, they're going to make sure that there's a bond on that system, that if it's not installed properly, there's money to fix it. And before the bond's going to be released, everybody needs to inspect that system, that it was installed and completed. When TDEC did this report last year, there was a lot of systems that were never completed. They were operating, but they weren't even completed with the basic stuff that they were supposed to do originally. And that's just not right. It's got to be done before it can be given a certificate of occupancy for a home. We need a certificate of occupancy before a system like this is going to be approved.
Well, where has this broken down in the past? It sounds like somebody was not completing the requirements before approval was given.
Well, I think TDEC, they could have inspected more often. Now they came back and they did a very thorough inspection across the entire state, and they did it last year, which I'm very grateful for. I wish it would have been done on a regular basis, though. You shouldn't perhaps have waited till it was into a crisis system, and after 20 years or whatever, now we're going to start inspecting them. They could have inspected more often. But the authorities that have said yes, they should have made sure that these systems were installed properly and that they were being maintained properly. And so there's a lot of groups that are hired to run these systems. They're not being managed. They're not being run properly. So that was another breakdown. So there's a lot of different areas that broke down. And what I've got to do is make sure that we've got systems in place that it doesn't break down again, that it's going to be held, and people are going to be held responsible for what's going on.
Well, now, how do we get from point A to point B? How do we accomplish what you just said you're going to work on? And
so I've already filed a bill that's going to be doing this. And once we have this bill filed, we're still going to give the locals the opportunity to make sure that they put in the proper bonds. But not only do we need a bond on the developer that puts it in, there's going to be a bond on the company that's running it, that's maintaining these systems. So if they don't maintain it properly, they're going to be the ones held responsible. I don't want to hold the homeowner, somebody just buys a brand new home in a subdivision, they've already got confidence that it's been approved and everything is working right, that it was supposed to have been approved and supposed to be maintained. So I'm not going to throw the homeowners under the bus. So that's my first thing, is let's make sure that going forward, when we pass this early next year, that we can still have development, but it's going to be done with systems that TDEC is going to be the one saying that they're going to be safe and effective, and we're going to make sure that there's going to be bonds to make sure it's installed properly, and there's going to be a bond to make sure it's being run properly and maintained properly. Now, once we do that, I want to go back and say, what about all these systems that are failing? What can we do? And we got to balance this, okay? I don't want to just throw it on the homeowners that are stuck. It's a new mom and dad. They just bought their first home, and all of a sudden we got a $10,000 assessment, or what are we going to do to address this or fix this? And I believe that we can work something out like gas stations have for what they call underground storage tanks, that if you build a gas station and you put a tank in, there's actually a fund that if that tank ever leaked, or any tank leaked in Tennessee, there's actually a fund that the state manages that says we'll go in and fix it. The state will take care of that with that fund. But everybody that has these tanks has to contribute to that. Well, I think it would be fair that if anybody that's on a system like this, that going forward, even if they have to pay 50 cents a month or $1 a month towards this fund, but if there is a system that's broken down, they don't have to come up with these thousands and thousands of dollars to fix that. There's going to be a fund available that'd be managed like this underground storage tank fund that TDEC can go in, manage it, and fix those systems and put a system in there that's correct. It's going to be hard to go back retroactively, but we've got to get it started because we've got failing systems here in the state of Tennessee, including some in Wilson County. And I think it's going to be up to the state and TDEC to step up to help fix some of these.
Are we better, worse, or about the same as other people here in Wilson County?
Okay, so Wilson County is the second worst county in the state. Okay. I'm just, and so many times I can say, hey, we're leading. Tennessee's Wilson County's the best. Wilson County's really good here. But in this case, we had a lot of bad reports on a lot of our systems, but we're we're growing one of the fastest as well. So it falls on my plate. This is, sometimes I can say it's somebody else's fault, whatever. I believe it falls on my plate here in Wilson County to protect people here in Wilson County, as well as others in the state. And this is going to be probably one of my top issues, to make sure we have safe, clean water that's installed properly in these septic systems, these step systems, or whatever we want to do. I'm not trying to get rid of them, but I am trying to say we're going to manage them and put them in where they're maintained properly. And we're not going to let some of these actors get away with half maintaining them and not doing them correctly. They're going to be held accountable.
Have you expressed, this is the first time you've talked about this here on the radio with us,
yes.
in depth at least. Have you expressed your feelings in other places already about this?
I have met with TDEC probably about 35 times already, okay? I've already had conversations with a lot of developers. I've already had conversations with people that are concerned about the Sierra Club, with the environments and so forth. Nobody's happy with what I'm perhaps doing. Developers
That's where
don't
I was headed.
Okay.
But
In the end, we have to have clean, safe systems. And I don't want more regulations. That's not who I am. But I do want to make sure that when you flush your toilet, whether you're on the city, whether you're in your own individual septic, or you're on one of these kind of systems, it's going to be handled and maintained properly. And we're going to hold those people accountable that haven't done it yet.
All right, this is going to require some money, and I'm wondering about in the beginning, startup would an appropriation from the state be something you would do to get it started?
Well, possibly, but we're going to break this down into 3 separate bills. So, because the first bill that I'm going to do won't require money. The first bill is going to be saying it's going to be holding the developers accountable with bonds. It's going to be holding these individuals that are running these systems. They're going to be having to put up a bond. And I want to get that through first. I want to make sure that TDEC is going to be having this approval, so it's not going to be up to the locals to decide what environment or whatever. I want the best scientists we have in the state to help make those decisions. That shouldn't cost us money. But then the underground storage tank fund, that will probably cost the state a little bit of money. But then the third thing is giving TDEC the authority to go in and shut companies down or give fines to companies that are not operating correctly. That shouldn't cost us money. There's no sense. If I have an organization, Coleman, and they've got 30, 40, 50 violations, why would we allow them to pick up another development? That's not right. If they've got this number of violations, they shouldn't be able to bid on a new development unless these are fixed first, unless what they're currently managing is managed up to the speed and that Tennesseans expect and Tennesseans deserve. And we're going to hold that as well.
How long is it going to take to implement, assuming that you do get what you want here, that this is the majorities of the legislature, though the powers that be, agree with your plan and it gets implemented? How long are we talking about?
July 1st next year. So we're talking a year away, but it's got to be. I think I've got enough support right now in the Senate to carry some of these things through. I don't want to hang all Tennesseans with this saying, hey, it's not our fault that somebody put a system in, so why should we as Tennesseans use our taxpayer money to do that? But on the other hand as well, it is up to Tennesseans. We're going to drink that water. It's going to come through our systems, and we've got to make sure that that is safe and clean for all of us. So we're going to balance on how we're going to fund this going forward, but eventually it'll just be user fees. Those that are on these systems will have to pay for it.
Well, you did say a few minutes ago, you mentioned you thought you could pass this in the Senate. Do you feel equally sure or close to sure that the House would do so?
Well, I have met with Representative Clark Boyd, and he is very much engaged in this. Representative Susan Lynn is also engaged in this, and I know I've met with others across the state in the House as well. This is not something that they want to go away. The report that came out by TDEC affects a lot of people throughout the state, mainly in Middle Tennessee and East Tennessee. West Tennessee didn't have hardly any violations, but I think that they see the value of having something like this to make sure we all have safe water.
The news media picked up on this much?
Yes, I've been on TV a few times on this, and part of it has been because of the new school system, and we're looking at Lagardo, Elementary, and saying what is going on here, and that kind of brought it to light a little bit more than what the report originally did. But again, I talked with our superintendent, and he actually had letters and saying, hey, here's where TDEC was approving and so forth. So they felt they were doing everything correctly. But on some of the applications, it turns out perhaps weren't filled out correctly. And on that system, there's more homes on that system than what was revealed to TDEC. And TDEC's not going to allow somebody to have misinformation on an application and going forward and then say it's going to be finally approved. It's almost like if I go to apply for a bank and the bank gives me a conditional approval for my loan, but it comes back and say, hey, you said you got a job and you're unemployed. That's not right. You didn't have something on that application correctly, and the bank could rescind that loan. Well, same thing here. TDEC didn't have all the information that they found out wasn't correct, the information that they had, and they're going to make sure that a system's going to go in where it is safe and proper for everybody.
You had much input from constituents on this. I mean, mostly we've been talking about government entities and the school system, but
Yes, we have, and there's a whole list. And in fact, Representative Boyd and I have met with different constituents about this, and we are very, very much concerned about the water that they're stepping in, that they're taking their kids in, that they're just even going to walk their pets. And I can't go fix that immediately, but I hear what they're saying. I've toured some of these. I've got pictures of them, and they're correct. This is something that is real. They're not making it up, and it's not just one or two. There's a group of people that are being affected here in Wilson County, and I tell them, and I say, I hear what you're saying, but I can't just wave a magic wand and fix it. I know that they wish I could do something like that, but I can't. The only thing I can do is say, when we go back in January, there's things that I can do, and I'm going to be working hard to make sure that we get those done.
All right, we're about to come to the end of our time here this morning, but I think you have explained this very well. I still have a few things I'm not totally clear about, but it's easy to understand we have a problem here that needs a solution.
We do, but I do want to shout out to the school board. That wasn't their issue. They're the ones that did not cause this or whatever, and they've done everything that they needed to handle the Gardo school system, and our superintendent did everything that he could to make sure this is managed as well. But the bottom line is this came out, and I'm going to fix it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being with us this morning, Senator Mark Pody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And the best to you on solving the problems here.
Thanks, Coleman.
All right. That is part one of Coleman and Company. More coming up here on FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $59.95 up to 5 quarts of oil. Tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road. Bates Ford. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. THP is working with this wreck also here in Antioch. It's got traffic tied up on 24 westbound at Old Hickory Boulevard here at OHB in Antioch, interrupting that traffic flow coming in right now from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County on 24 westbound here at Old Hickory Boulevard on this accident, possibly involving some injuries. Princess Hot Chicken, new items on the menu. Check them all out this weekend. You can order online. It's easy. PrincessHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
On the pontoon. It's summer and it's hot.
Need a home with a pool or a condo with a neighborhood pool to enjoy?
What about a home on the lake with a boat dock?
Or what about a farm with lots of shade trees and a creek?
We can find what you want to keep you cool all summer long.
Whatever you do, remember, don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmentoler at Exit Rocky Top Realty. C&D Team 443-3130.
We'll have partly cloudy skies for today. Highs will be in the mid-90s. Mostly clear and muggy for tonight. Lows in the lower to middle 70s. And then a few clouds will continue on Saturday. Just a slight chance of a thunderstorm. Highs in the lower 90s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. With your severe view forecast, I'm Drew Richards.
Thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Coleman and Company, welcome to part two here on a Friday morning. Our primary two members, let's put it that way, our usual two, our primary two members of the C&D team of Rocky Top Realty are right here with us this morning. That would be Miss Judy and Miss Medina, and say good morning to you both.
Good morning.
All right. Sound like you're in unison there. That's great.
We do that sometimes.
Judy Cox, Miss Judy, Medina Himmentola, Miss Medina, right here to talk about C&D team at 1330 West Main in Lebanon. Great people, great service, people you can trust. Well, what you gonna get it started, Miss Judy?
I'm gonna let Medina start today.
Medina, the realtor of the year.
I'll let her get started. Let her have first time.
We well, you've been alluding to that occasionally, a little more than alluding, but
she's touting it.
But really, though, honestly, you think about it, that's really a great honor that three of you in your office there have been Realtor of the Year, and both of you, and
Doris.
Gorman.
Yes.
And so we want everybody to know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. It's, one of those things that you get the title for a year, so you might as well use it. and it is a great honor. I mean, you think of all the realtors in just Lebanon and Wilson County, and it's a real honor just to be nominated for that.
Yeah.
And then to receive it is just over the top. So, you might as well. I mean, I'm enjoying every second of it. So
she's on the countdown.
It doesn't hurt sales either, does
That's
it?
right. That's right. That's right.
And she'll get to award the new one for next year.
That's right. So that'd even be fun. That'd be fun too.
Well, what do you got? What else do you have for us?
Well,
today?
we're always talking about listings and we're always looking for buyers. We have been very busy with people looking at putting their house on the market. A lot of people are wondering, hey, is this a good time? Is this a good price to have? Do I need to wait? Do I need to go ahead and do it? What do I need to do? So we've been very busy doing that. And with that, we have got 2 new listings coming up, and two of them have already. Well, we got 3 listings. 2 of them we've just put on the market this week. The other one is getting ready to come on the market next week, and our phones have been blowing up trying to find out all about these properties that's going on because the price is right. And that's where a lot of buyers are looking for in this price range in the 300 or under. And, 2-3 years ago, if you were looking at 300 or under, it was very hard to find, very hard. And now there's still not that many, but whenever they are, you want them to be in good shape and you might have to do some work to them. But these houses that we're getting now, they're in pretty good shape, and you might want to update them, floor coverings or paint and stuff like that to make it your own. But they're not torn down, type thing. So one of them is on the one that's coming up is on Africa Road. It's 2515 Africa Road, and it's going to be in the 274 range. And it's 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths on 1.6 acres. And it's on the Hartsville Pike side. It's like 3 houses on Africa Road from Hartsville Pike. So it's on the super highway side, as we say now. But that one is coming up. And so give us a call on that one. That's a ranch, beautiful home. And then the other one that we put on the market this week is in Murfreesboro. And it is 314 Lily Lane. And it's a townhouse. And some people would call that a duplex. Over in Murfreesboro, they call it a townhome.
Okay.
So it's just a townhome side by side and not up and down. But it's a 1 level, and it is 3 bedroom, 2 full bath. And it has a covered front porch, and it has 2 short storage sheds in the back. It's right close to Riverdale High School. And it is listed at $249,900. So it's basically move in. You kind of do your own thing to it, but it's move in. And then we have another one that's coming up soon, and we're still working on that one. So, but give us a call if you're looking to be in that area, in that price range. There's a lot more coming on the market. We also have those that are, if you're looking for land, we've got the Watertown property that has 28 acres. A farmhouse, immaculate, don't need to do anything but bring your stuff. And it's listed at 1.3. So give us a call there if you're just, looking for property here in Wilson County. Give us a call. We'd be glad to help you with that. And surrounding counties as well. We also have that one in Spencer, which is Van Buren, and it's 25 acres with that 5-acre beautiful lake over there. So give us a call. It's ready to build on. So give us a call there. But, yeah, we'd love to talk to you. And if you're interested in thinking about putting your house on the market and us coming out and doing it, there's no charge to you. So give us a call. And we also have 2 on Deer Park condo. If you're looking, we have both of those are 2 bedrooms and 2 full baths. And they're in the 300 and under range. So give us a call there.
Okay, and that phone number, of course, 615-443-3130. Somebody answers the phone 24/7. Miss Judy, it is your turn.
Well, we have been really busy the last few weeks. I think, school's going back, which I can't believe it. It's just like they just got out anymore. But it's going back, and a lot of people get their kids back in school, and they're free during the day, so they want to get out and look at homes. And, October is one of the largest selling months of the year for houses. And used to, when I got in real estate, January, February, you did nothing because it was cold. Nobody did anything. Then March, April, everybody started getting everything ready. And then May, June, and July was the big, real estate season. Well, now the year-round school has changed all that. So really, June and July is less because people go on vacations and they're not looking at houses and it's hot. Well, now the fall of the year is a really, really good time to get your house on the market. A lot of people want to do something by the end of the year, and when school goes back in July, they start thinking, okay, it's only 6 more months and the year will be over. Let's start planning. We're going to retire at the end of the year, so let's start looking for something. And it's amazing how the things have changed in the real estate market over the years. And now in January is the second best selling month of all. And used to, January was nothing. That's when you went on vacation. If you were a real estate agent, you went on vacation in January. But now
you have to adapt with the times.
That's right. The year-round school changed a lot of that. And then just the way so many people work out of their homes now, so many people are homeschooled. Now it's not about the kids going back to school or being out. It's everything's across the board different than what it used to be. So we just have to adapt to when the people need us. We got to be available. That's what we try to do all the time. And we want to talk a little bit about the fair.
Yeah,
it's coming up, and I guess you wonder.
It was really nice to have Mike with us last week and kind of remind us of all that. Right. And he does so many things people are not aware of.
That's right. Yeah. They've been out there spraying, and if we don't spray the grass and we spray for bugs and mosquitoes and everything several weeks in advance, you get to spray them because we have food that people bring in out there, and you'll get ants and all that if you don't keep it sprayed. So we start spraying and killing the grass and planting some new flowers and stuff like that. So it takes several weeks to get all that ready, and then we start actually cleaning inside the cabin and spiffying up everything.
Well, I think you have, over the years, even back when Mike would assemble it and disassemble it, build it and unbuild it or whatever, even till now, you've had all kind of wonderful compliments about having your cabin there and what it is and how it's kind of an oasis from the hot weather and the rain or whatever.
That's right. Well, we've saw some people last week and they said, we'll be bringing our mom over there to sit on the porch if it's okay. I said, bring her on. And a lot of people will bring their elderly parents and let them sit on the porch and rock, or they'll come inside and cool off a while their kids go walk around. And that's what we want, because you can sit on the porch and the people will come to you and you don't have to get up and walk very much. And we're just inside the gate, so it's not very far to walk when you get there. But this year, it's the year of the bacon and hog wild over the fair. And so we're hog wild this year. So we're counting how many little piggies went to the market. So we've got little bitty pigs with sunglasses on. They look like the Blues Brothers. But anyway.
Or you could say how many piggies went to the state fair.
That's
Wilson
right.
County State Fair.
That's right. So we're going to have, you're going to be able to count or guess how many piggies are in the jar.
Oh, okay.
And there's lots of little piggies with sunglasses on. So, and that's a chance for $500 cash. And then we're giving away.
And who is it that only knows? Is it Medina?
We hadn't got them counted yet.
We hadn't got them counted yet. We just got them all sitting in boxes. So anyway, but we're going to be doing that and giving away a boys and girls bicycle. And we're also going to give away an overnight stay at the bed and breakfast in Granville. Yeah. So, you'll feel like you're in pig heaven when you go to Granville. So we just got everything's bacon and pigs this year. So.
All right. Well, good to have you all with us. Have a great weekend, a great week. We'll do it again next Friday.
I will say two more things. Two more things. Well, three things maybe, but two things. We do have two homes that are ranch style, and everybody looks for a ranch style because a lot of people don't like steps. So we have one on 412 Wynwood Drive right there in Lebanon here in the city. Give us a call on that one. That is in the $400,000 range. And then we have another one on Cedar Grove Road, and it's on 6 acres. It's a ranch. It's open floor plan as well. And that one is in the $800,000 range. So give us a call. Like I said, we have anything. Steps, no steps, townhome, no townhome, land, lake, whatever. Give us a call. And remember, Coleman, call the Realtor of the Year, but remember, don't make a move without us.
See y'all next week.
All right,
Have a great
thank
one.
you.
All right, we are ready to talk to Jamie Phillips this morning. Jamie's the program director for the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center, and she's here all ready to tell us. We're a little bit, the way the calendar falls, we've got a few more days in July, but this is the last Friday in July, so you're here, and good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
And ready to tell us what's going to be happening in August, and maybe what's happening the rest of July. Everything going well?
Yes.
Good.
How are you?
Good to see you.
You too. I didn't bring my calendar for July, so and I'm pretty forgetful.
Oh.
But I'm sure we have another cornhole planned and probably some bingos.
Well, we had cornhole yesterday.
Yep.
And if I'd have done my part, my team might have done a little better, but I'm not sure we'd have won anyway.
Who was your partner yesterday?
Who was my partner yesterday was, got to think here, Maggie's husband.
Ned.
Ned, yes, Ned Ward.
Gotcha. There was a lot of good teams yesterday, like a lot of good pairs. So.
Well, it's been a while since I've won. I'm waiting to get back on the winning side, but
won't be long now, Coleman.
What else is happening?
Well, I guess we'll just jump right in to August. We have a few things planned. We are going to Chickamauga, Georgia by train, and that's at the end of the month. The trip is full currently, but we're still taking a waiting list. You know, things happen. We are going to Five Chefs in Portland. That's our shopping trip. And we'll go to little shops around there. So if you want to go to Five Chefs, let us know August 1st. And
the phone starts ringing about 8 o'clock, doesn't it?
It does. Yep.
Especially if it fits a trip that, and you're kind of, what, 13 maybe?
13 is, our passengers.
Yeah.
Yep. We need bigger, but if we did bigger, we'd have to get CDLs. And, you know.
Well, it works pretty well.
It does.
But you do, the early bird gets the worm, as the old saying goes.
That's true, yep. Yeah. I took, we will do 2 trips to the Amish in July. I took one early this month, and then I'm going to take one next week. We're going to go back up to Scottsville, and I had enough to fill both trips there, so I don't mind doing that. So, but if a member ever has a suggestion on where they want to go, just let me know, because I need those suggestions too.
You're open for suggestions.
Yes, right. I certainly am.
Are you ready to take a break?
Sure.
We're ready to take a break. We'll talk more with Jamie Phillips in a moment here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. It's all brought to you by our friends at Absolute Kubota. They'll help you rent the right tool for the job. The Kubota Orange Rental Program makes it easy to rent the right equipment. Stop by Absolute Kubota. Check out the U35 excavator or the SVL 75 compact track loader. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Wrapping up an accident in Antioch. It's had traffic tied up for a while on 24 westbound at OHB. Again, it's affecting that traffic flow coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, up through Antioch right now on 24 westbound. It's in its cleanup stages, but it's still slowing down traffic. It's gotten heavier. I-40 leaving Wilson County, headed on through the Hermitage area. Hey, when you need dependable towing for your car or truck, call STR Towing and Recovery in Middle Tennessee. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Save time and money with a business account from Wilson Bank and Trust. Our great account benefits help you grow your business with online and mobile banking, no monthly fee for bill pay, and low monthly balance requirements. You'll enjoy easier record keeping and tax reporting when you open a business account to keep your business expense separate from personal too. A business account helps preserve your personal liability protections from business obligations. Wilson Bank and Trust is here to get you there. Visit us at any of our 30 office locations across Tennessee or go online at wilsonbank.com. Member FDIC.
Cedar City RV, your destination for all things camping. Whether you're looking for travel trailers, fifth wheels, or anything in between, Cedar City RV has you covered. We proudly offer top brands like Forest River, Palomino, Rockwood, Coachman, and more. Plus, expert service after the sale to keep you on the road with confidence. Financing is available, making it easier than ever to start your next adventure. Visit us online at cedarcityrv.com or stop by our location at 1102 Sparta Pike in Lebanon to explore new and previously enjoyed models today.
Now we continue our final segment here for a Friday morning. We have Jamie Phillips with us from the Lebanon Senior Citizen Center. A lot going on over there every day. And she's here again to maybe, if nothing else, whet the appetite of some people who are not members or who don't come as often as they could if they are members with what's happening, especially in the month of August. And there's just a lot of things that happen every month. There's you have just a number of things that people can do and do. I guess some maybe a little bit more popular than others, but there's card playing going on. It seems like nearly all the time.
Every day.
And somebody's playing pool nearly all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the other contests where we have shuffleboard, we have cornhole, and a lot of good things.
Yes, that's correct. There is cornhole next week. We were just talking about that. But we are still bowling every month. That's the first Tuesday of each month over at Pro Bowl. The cost is $9 now. But just come and give it a try. And if you're not sure, on Tuesday, Centerwell is hosting a 65-plus bowling at Pro Bowl from 10 to 12, and it's absolutely free. So if a member or if a senior wants to go over there and try, it's not going to cost them anything because Centerwell is, like I said, hosting that.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you bowl when we have bowling, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I mean, you're one of the participants as well as the leader, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we really do have a lot of fun. I say it every month, but it is so much fun. So we encourage members, or at this point, if you just want to come and try it, you don't have to be a member. It's it's only $9. That's 2 games. It includes your shoes. And they have the little sports grill going, so if you're hungry, you can just get something there.
Right.
So,
we can tell you're quite a proponent of the bowling, though, so you must be having fun too.
well, it is fun.
Yeah.
And there's only a few people that go, and it's kind of like, there's other things that we do in the month that not a lot participate in, but it wouldn't be fair to take that away from those who enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So all I can do is encourage and ask people to come, because once they do, they're going to have a great time too. So that's my thought on it. So I'm going with it.
All right. Okay.
All right. Chair volleyball. We've partnered with UT Extension, and we're doing chair volleyball every Monday. Coleman, you were there.
Well, I was asked to complete. What do you
team,
have? 6 people on each side, I believe, and you were short 1 or 2. And so, okay, yeah, I'll try it. My problem is I'm
You're competitive.
Well, I hit the ball too hard and cost us some points. I had a hard time staying in the chair. I'm pretty active.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was fun.
It was fun. And so every Monday, if someone wants to come and try chair volleyball, we'd love to have you.
And maybe if you're a little bit, you sit quite a bit, need a little exercise, this is a good way. And a lot of people probably not going to sling their arms as far as I do, hit the ball as hard, or jump out of the chair, but it's still good exercise.
And it's very important to say that we're using a beach ball, not a volleyball.
Yeah.
So nothing's going to clunk you in the head and, give you a headache or anything like that. So that is lots of fun. Shuffleboard, we have shuffleboard 3 times next month.
Good.
Trying to keep that on there.
Yeah, we could use more shuffleboard players. It kind of, but that some claim it's hot out there. Well, it is, but it's too
Most of the time, there's a nice little breeze under there.
Yeah,
and I'm not built for the heat. Now this week it was hot, but I think if someone come to try it, they would enjoy it, just like bowling.
Oh, we've got some good shuffleboard players.
We do.
And I had some that's joined us who are really good.
Yes.
In fact, I think old Charles, he's good at just about anything he does.
I think you're right. That's been the talk.
Charles Boer, yeah.
Yeah, he is good. We have card making and jewelry with Janet. All of those things are back on the calendar for August. They took a little break in July. We have the blood pressure checks each month with Quality Center. They come over and stay for an hour. Sam's Club is sponsoring bingo next month. And the thing about this is their bingo prize, the grand prize, is going to be a free membership to Sam's. So we're really excited to have them, I think.
Bingo is a very popular item. The days, we have bingo a lot.
We do. 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah, but it's because people want it and enjoy it.
Yes.
I'm not necessarily one of those, but I'm not knocking it.
We'll have a full house today, that's for
I'll
sure.
bet. Yeah.
If with menu and bingo sponsor, it'll be a full house. Karaoke's lots of fun. You karaoke, and it's always interesting. And if you like to sing, I think you should come and give it a go.
Yeah, we could even use more in the audience to spur on those who are willing to get up there and maybe even embarrass themselves. It's sometimes I find that the song is not in the key that I need, and I can't hit some of those high notes, and that gets a little embarrassing maybe. But you don't know till you try.
That's right. I'm just not brave enough. So I like to sing, but I'm just not brave enough.
You're gonna have to try it sometime.
There's gonna have to be like 3 people in there, and no cell phones allowed.
Oh.
That's gonna be the rule. Prom. I've done prom. This would be my 3rd prom. So that was something I wanted to do when I came to the center. So in the past, we've had prom in the afternoon, like 1 to 3, and then we do a king and queen. This year, we are doing prom at night. Friday, August 22nd, we're hosting prom at the center, but it includes a steak dinner with baked potato and side salad. Now, there is a cost. It's just $10, but as well as all of that, we're going to have a DJ, Michael Utley. He'll be DJing the event. So I really want this to go well. I want members to participate. I want everyone to come out and just dance and enjoy good food with us, and I want it to be great. So,
all right, now the date again?
August 22nd.
All right.
$10, prom at the Lebanon Senior Center.
At what time?
It's from 5 to 8:30.
Okay, 5 to 8:30.
Yes. Like I said, $10 includes your meal, and, that's pretty good for steak.
Steak dinner for $10? Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's pretty good.
I think so, too. You can dress up. You're encouraged to do so, but we're aware that not everyone has the ability to do that. So Sunday best is perfectly acceptable, and whatever it is, we're just glad to have you. Other than that, we have a couple of music days. On Mondays, we do the Monday morning sing-along. Joyce and Ben are taking a little break. So that will resume every other week in October. So there's not going to be a Monday morning sing-along for August or September, unless I can find someone that wants to play the piano and lead. So if that's you, call and let me know.
This has been going on for a long time, hasn't it? And I don't know that the players have changed too much. Joyce has been playing the piano for ever so long, and I don't know how long Ben's been leading, but between the two of them, it's been going strong.
And they're committed to 52 weeks a year, so they need a break. So currently, I really am looking for somebody temporary for just, like I said, every Monday in August. It's a 30-minute activity, I guess, is what you would say.
You do it every Monday?
Every Monday.
At 10 o'clock?
At 10:30.
10:30.
Yep, 10:30 to 11.
All right.
We need someone to play the piano and lead the hymns.
All right.
So, like I said, if that's something that you can do, just call and let me know.
All right.
But we...
What about membership? We had a wonderful membership party.
Drive,
really.
yes.
I guess it was the last Friday in June, and I think that was very successful. But there's probably a few people who haven't renewed their membership. You might mention that.
Yes, memberships are due. They come due July 1st. So if you're currently a member and haven't re-signed, I would go ahead and encourage you to do that.
Dues haven't gone up.
Dues have not gone up. It's just $35 a year, and that's a pretty good deal.
It is a good deal.
So,
and you can renew your pool membership at the same time if you're so inclined.
Yep, for $36 a year. So come on over to the Lebanon Senior Center. We're having a great time.
And I guess you're supposed to call in the evening before or get your ticket. If you eat today, get your ticket for tomorrow, whatever. Too late, you probably sold out for today anyway. We had chicken and dressing today?
Yeah, we have to. We're going to have a big day today.
And bingo follows that?
Yes. Yep. So my meals are $4 a day, Monday through Thursday, $5 on Fridays.
Right.
So you have a big meal today for $5.
Well, it's going to be worth $5 today.
I agree.
We're about out of time. Jamie, it's always good to have you with us and to find out what's happening over there on Coles Ferry Pike, and we'll see you next month.
Okay.
That's going to do it for Friday. Have a nice weekend, everybody, and until Monday, I wish you a fantastic day.